Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Miss Sherry L is so happy to have you here. So let's get into this hair tutorial. So I just finished washing my hair and I had a silk press in. So today makes it 2 weeks actually. And this is it. This is what's supposed to happen after you wash your hair. If after you wash your hair, and when you wash your hair, you need to use a clarifying shampoo and a moisturizing shampoo. If you do not get your curls back, then that means that silk press was unsuccessful and you have heat damage. The only way to get rid of heat damage is to cut it off. You'd have to grow it out and cut along the way, or just completely cut off the heat and pretty much do a big chop. So that is why it is very important to know the type of stylist that you are going to get your silk press done. And if you need to, ask them what products they're going to be using, because as we know, people overdo the press and you only need one press. If it's blow dried straight, and you can just use a blow dryer with a comb attachment, blow dry it straight, keep it pushing. It doesn't need anything more than that. They know what kind of heat to use for each texture of hair. I went to my dear friend. I know she knows what she's doing. If I could have silk pressed this myself, I would have, but I trust her wholeheartedly. I know that she knew what she was doing, and I am very, very happy. I don't have any heat damage. I don't have anything. So Dee, thank you so much, and about to get this hair done. All right, so let's get into it. Totally get into it. So I have washed my hair, like I said. I shampooed with clarifying, shampooed with moisturizing, and I rinsed out with my conditioner. Those are the 3 steps that I usually do with every actual shampoo service, same one that I do on my clients. And so this is my handy dandy shea butter that I have talked to you guys about. I've used it every time I do my hair, and it is absolutely necessary for me because I don't want to go into any style with my hair totally dry. I don't want to go into any hairstyle where my hair is not nourished, it is not oiled, my scalp is dry. And a lot of times you come out of those styles, even if it's for a week, you can come out with split ends that you didn't go in there with. And so it's very necessary to make sure that you oil and moisturize your hair before you go into any particular style. So I am using my Scruncii, and I'm going to be using my Eco Styler gel. I like my Eco Styler gel. Eco Styler has so many different types. Oh God. They have so many different types. The one to me that smells the best though is the black one, which is the flaxseed and castor oil. But I picked up the orange one, which I think is the coconut one. I know the green one is aloe vera. But grab your favorite gel, and you need one that's going to harden without flaking for you. So just make sure that that's the one that you're using. So we are going to tackle getting my hair into a ponytail. I tried to do it in one fell swoop, and that was an epic fail. That ain't work, sis. So, and it's primarily because I usually do this style with my hair stretched out a little bit. I would do plaits, or I would do some bantu. In Jamaica we call it China bump, but I didn't do that this time. So I'm taking the middle of my head and putting it in a ponytail because my hair is really, really dense when it's in the fro, and my arms hurted doing this, okay? And they were only up for 2.2 seconds. But when you have dense hair, doing your hair can just be such a chore, and you kind of don't want to. So these are the styles that I use, and this is the type of style that I use just to get me through a week, and it's just so necessary. So the middle of my hair was put in a ponytail and braided. I am going to be using my Design Essentials vitamin drops now because, like I said, I don't want to go into any style with my scalp dry and my hair not nourished. So I am dropping that in, and I'm going to rub that through, and I'm making sure it's touching my scalp. And I also want y'all to know that it is imperative to make sure that you eat well and that you drink your water. Dry scalp is literally drying of scalp, so you kind of need to, make sure you eat properly. Make sure you're eating as well as you can. So now I put the rest of my hair into the ponytail, and I'm gonna see it's a little loose, it's a little messy. That's fine because of the type of bun that I'm doing. If you needed your hair to be super slick, it would be best to stretch it out. And like I said before, stretching it out can just be with plaits. You can blow dry it on cool air. You can blow dry it on medium heat to just stretch out those strands. I plaited the rest of my hair, as you can see, and now I'm applying the Eco Styler gel, and I'm using that all around my perimeter. And you're just gonna apply it where you see it's needed, all those little fuzzies and everything that needs to lay down. Go ahead and slap it on there. It is totally fine. I haven't seen my hair in a ponytail in a little bit, so this is awesome. And it's, you know, oftentimes when you don't do your hair in a camera, which I typically don't do my hair in a mirror, I don't see the back of my head often, so it's good to see. It was good to see the back of my head, don't lie. And continue applying that all around until you are satisfied. You don't want to oversaturate. You don't want to put too much. You just need enough. So due to my hairline, I'm going to swoop down my little sides. I don't really do baby hairs just because they don't last long for me. I'm not the baby hair type of chick. But because of my hairline, it jets out around my temple area. So I am going to be just swooping those down and just making sure that they slide right into the rest of my hair. This is professional styling tape. You can pick this up at any hair store. I believe all of them, even Sally's sells a brand of it. Grab you a pack. It's necessary. You can do this especially if it's during the day. You can also use a satin or silk scarf if you have one. And if you're doing this at nighttime and you want it to set overnight, just throw the gel on and tie down your hair and it'll be dry overnight. It'll set. The important part about all of these type of styles is that the gel has to set. Whether you use Eco Styler, whether you use Got2b, any gel has to set before you start playing with it if you're not doing a wash and go. So this is the Cuban Twist hair. I absolutely love this hair, and I tell a lot of people just to keep a pack of this in your repertoire. It is definitely necessary to have, because when you have those bad hair days or those lazy hair days, you can literally just put your hair in a ponytail and slap this on. You can wear it loose, or you can do what we're about to do now. And so I was just playing around with it. I kind of felt like Moesha a little bit. I don't know. I feel like an episode where she had her hair all in a ponytail. You know, she always rocked the braids. But I absolutely love this, and this is definitely a style that I would wear. I've actually worn this style before, but it was parted down the middle. But I had fun with that. But as you can see, all I did was take the rubber band that came with the Cuban Twist hair, and I used that to attach the ponytail to my hair. I'm using open pins to secure, and you just take it piece by piece. That was the first piece, and you just twist it around and pin down the end and pin down any parts that you are unsatisfied with. We don't want it to be sticking on top of our head, and we don't want this to look like a comb because it is too much hair. It's a lot of hair. If you need it for a cone, I would probably say that would be much better for a fashion show, but for everyday life, just go ahead and pin that down, sis. And so I was thinking about doing it wrapping that around in the bun, and I said, let me give myself a swoop. Because, you know, big forehead gang out here. Forehead was just on fleek right now. It was just totally on fleek. And we're just pinning it down. Pinning down all of it sticking out. See those ends right there? Just tuck them in. Some of them need to be tucked. Some of them just need to be pinned. And just pin down whatever you see is floating around and that you're unsatisfied with. We don't want it to sit on top of our heads like a fascinator. We want it to be and form to our head. See how cute that is? Super simple. Super. And look at the wave. Come on, matching. This is why I love Cuban Twist hair, because if you're a type 4 girl, it matches the curls or the texture of your hair perfectly. I get a lot of times that people think this is my hair. No. If I would stop cutting my hair, it could be my hair, but you know, I have a tendency to cut my hair. So this is the first style, and there you go. So now we're going to take down that swoop and guess what? We're just gonna wrap it in a bun, and then that'll be it. Wrap it in a bun, secure it with the pins, pin down any parts that are straggling and looking all unruly and ting. And what you can also do, if you have any hair jewelry, you can get the string and wrap it around the bun too, if you just need a little glam. But I do have some hairpins. One says love and one says happy, and so I just stuck those in just to give myself a little bit of a bang and a bop. Boop, boop, bada bing, bop. And this literally can take you about 30 to 40 minutes with drying time. It's not a difficult style. For those who are unsure as to what to do with their hair, there you go. Thanks so much for tuning in.